Welcome back friend. Today we discuss about a micronutrient 2. In previous video we discussed about a micronutrient 1. In that vitamin we discuss, and here in a micronutrient 2 we discuss the mineral. So let's get started. So first, mineral require in larger amount. So that is we can call them micro or macro minerals. Okay, so macro minerals, or we can say the mineral require in larger amount. So in that, and this is the first point, or this is the first part of these micro minerals. Okay, and next, in the next video we discuss about the mineral that require in smaller amount. Okay, so the mineral that require in our body in larger amount, that contain the what? Calcium, phosphate, then the potassium, chloride, magnesium, that require in larger amount, and these require in larger amount. Okay, so next is a calcium and phosphate. Okay, so first is calcium and phosphate. So in a calcium and phosphate, okay, they require in larger amount, and these calcium and phosphate together they are about 75% of the total mineral content of our body. What? 75% means all other nutrients, whatever the nutrients in our body, that all, in that 75% is the calcium and phosphate. Then the calcium is about a 20 to 1200 in a grams in a bones and teeth, and remaining in a soft tissue and body fluid. Then the phosphate is about a 400 to 700 gram, like calcium they are, and like calcium is 400 to 700 gram present in bone and teeth, and remaining present in a tissue, soft tissue and body fluid. Next is the function of the calcium and phosphate. So the function of calcium and phosphate is that the two main function of these calcium and phosphate. Number one, the development of bone, because they are present together, calcium and phosphate. Most of they are present in bones and teeth. Okay, so development of the bones and the regulation of the body process. So how the development of bones they are help, and how the regulation of the body process they are helping. So now we discuss. So number one, the development of the bones and teeth. So in that, a ratio of calcium and phosphate in a bone is 2:1, means calcium is a more in a bones and phosphate is less, means 2:1, means 75 and 25% and 25% is a phosphate. Then the calcium is the bones, in a bones they are combined with a phosphate, water and mineral. So in a bones not only made up of the calcium, but they are made up of calcium phosphate, means along with the calcium phosphate, or the calcium plus phosphate plus water and minerals. Okay, the bones is made up of calcium, phosphate, water and minerals. Then they contain, bone contain all these. Okay, they also, bone also contain the bone cells, so we're not talking about that. Okay, provide the rigidity. So these calcium and phosphate provide what? Rigidity and firmness to the bone. Okay, make the bone tough. Then the regulation of body process. So in a regulation of body process, how they are helping, now we discuss. So calcium, regulation of the contraction and relaxation of the muscle, especially the what? Especially. Okay, so for the contraction and relaxation, calcium is required. If you know the contraction mechanism or relaxation mechanism, then in that, when the calcium is released, then the bone is contract. So calcium is very important for the contraction or a relaxation of the muscles. Okay, then the regulation of passage of substance into and out of the cell require calcium. Okay, then the conveying the passage, this is about a muscle cell. Okay, for in a muscle cell, then conveying the message from one nerve to the another, calcium is required. Then the clotting of blood also help the calcium, because calcium is also the one of the clotting factor, as you know that. Next is the calcium food sources. So what are the calcium food sources? So in a milk product like a curd, khoya, chaj, or chana contain that nothing but a cottage cheese, chana. Okay, cottage cheese. So these are all milk product contain the calcium. Then the fish. Okay, fish, for example, chingri, then the chela, then especially the dried fish and seafoods like crabs and shrimps contain a calcium. Okay, then the plant food also contain the calcium, the ragi pulses like a ragi pulses. So in a pulses like Bengal, black gram, green gram, then the rajma, then the soya bean, then the green leafy vegetables. Okay, then the uh, Yes, coconut, then the almond and walnut. These all contain what? They are the sources of the calcium. Then next is the phosphate. Okay, so phosphate is a phosphate. So what about the phosphate? The phosphate formation of substance which aid in a what? Transport of fat in a body. Okay, the formation of substance which help in a transport of fat in a body. Okay, so calcium phosphate help in a what? Formation of substance, and that substance what do? The transport of fat in a blood. For that require a what? Phosphate is required. Then the synthesis of certain coenzyme which play a crucial role in a metabolism. Okay, for that synthesis of coenzyme phosphate is required. Then the formation of certain genetic material what phosphate is required. Okay, then the capture and storage of vital energy in a cell phosphate is required. For example, muscle tissue prominent, for example, phosphate help in energy storage and fuel muscles contraction, because if we know the ATP is about adenine triphosphate, so phosphate is required for energy storage and capturing. Okay, then the food sources of the phosphate is what? Milk, poultry, fish and the cereals. These are the some what sources of the phosphate. Then the absorption and storage of calcium and phosphate, or the calcium first we discuss. So absorption of calcium is what? From the upper part of small intestine the calcium is absorbed. Okay, in our Indian diet 20 to 30% of calcium absorbed and rest is excreted in a feces. Okay, excreted in feces. So only whatever we eat, only the 20 to 30% of calcium is absorbed and rest is just removed. This is a in a diet point, or what our body is doing with the Indian diet. Okay, then absorb calcium is what do? Perform the various function and part of excreted in the urine. Same, they perform the various function for the bone development. Okay, or for the muscle contraction, they goes various from the small intestine, they goes into the blood, and from the blood they goes into the muscles, and whatever they perform their function. Then the factors that influence the calcium absorption, influence, okay, or affect. So the body needs, okay, number one, the body needs in the calcium absorption, okay, increase during the period of rapid growth like infancy, then the childhood, pregnancy and lactation, for where the body needs of calcium is increases. Okay, when infancy, okay, so child that between the what? 12 month, that is called a infancy period. Then in childhood require, because bone development, that is a growth period. Okay, so in a growth period of, or in a pregnancy, the calcium requirement is increases. Okay, then the nutrient diet, okay, vitamin D, protein and carbs. Okay, then the phosphate help to improve the absorption of calcium. So vitamin D, protein, okay, and carbs and phosphate help in improve what? Help, these are all carbs, protein, phosphate help in improve the absorption of calcium. Okay, because calcium and phosphate is combined. Okay, they are antagonistic, we can say. If the calcium is increased and the phosphate is decreases, that the scenario, what that scenario we discuss in next slide. Okay, proportion of calcium and phosphate in a diet. Okay, then the inhibitors which hinder the calcium absorption, that is called an inhibitor. Okay, next is the green leafy vegetables and cereals rich in calcium. Then all the calciums, okay, food not available to body, all calcium, okay, and a food if not available to body, food some substance present in them which bind with the calcium and inhibit its absorption. Okay, so all the calcium in food that is not available for the body, okay, not available for it, that already we discussed in Indian diet, only the 20 to 30% is absorbed and rest of is just excreted, just the waste of calcium. Okay, so the food, okay, in a food what happen, why 20 to 30% is absorbed, why other that 70% or 80% is not absorbed? Because the some inhibitors is present in that food, and that inhibitor hinders or hidden these calcium absorption. They become act like a barrier, so the intestinal wall or intestine or body not absorb the calcium fully. Okay, then the phosphate, absorption of phosphate. So phosphate how absorbs? So small, from the upper, okay, from the upper small intestine, upper part of small intestine. Okay, the phosphate is present in cereals, pulses, nuts, exist in a bound form which is not absorbed. In cereal, in pulses, in nuts, they are present, but that is what, in a bound form, and that's why they not absorb. Body take in a, only in a free form. Okay, body take the phosphate only in a free form. If the phosphate is not in free form, body is not absorb. Okay, next is the sodium. Okay, so in 120 gram of sodium is present in an extracellular fluid. Okay, so extracellular fluid, for example the blood plasma. Okay, then blood and plasma, or blood plasma, then the function, okay, function of sodium is what, regulating the balance of extracellular and intracellular fluid. Okay, the principal, okay, mineral, this is a principal mineral in extracellular fluid and maintaining the fluid balance. As you heard about a sodium and potassium pump, so the for the what, balancing the fluid of intracellular and extracellular, what, for the cell fluid balance for intracellular and extracellular, means cell environment and inside a cell fluid, that is balance. Okay, sodium with potassium helping the maintaining the balance of fluid. Okay, regulating the alkalinity and acidity of the body fluid. How it is? So sodium, okay, body fluid make alkaline, and chloride make a body fluid acidic. Okay, so the alkalinity and acidity of the body is regulated. Okay, then the helping in the passage of message, what, sodium help in passage of message, then the helping the contraction if the muscle in a muscle, then the regulating, okay, so regulating the passage of substance into and out of the cell, that we already discussed, that is sodium potassium pump. Then the food sources of this sodium. So sodium food source, or the food source of sodium is nothing but what, table salt, nothing but a salt, NaCl. The 1 teaspoon of salt contain 2000 milligram of sodium. Okay, other animal food like milk, egg white, poultry, fish, that also contain what, sodium. Then the plant food, green leafy vegetables, spinach, fenugreek leaf, and the pulses also contain the sodium. The next is a proportion and excretion. Okay, excess of sodium is losses from the body through urine, sweat, and the feces. Then the sodium loss is higher. What happens? Sodium loss is higher, then the sweat more, and in a hot weather, if the sodium loss is higher, then the sweat more in a hot weather. And any disease condition, what, the sodium is lost is higher when there is a, in a hot weather, the sodium loss is more. In a disease condition like diarrhea, the sodium level in our body decreases, is loss is in higher content. Then this causes the affect the fluid balance in a body. Okay, and the regulation of the fluid balance is what done, kidney. So regulation of amount of sodium is kidney, and varying the total amount of urine excreted. Okay, so regulated by kidney, by the, you know, that the mechanism. Intake, that is then the intake of sodium increase the excretion. If the sodium intake is what increases, if you take the sodium increases, then what, excretion is increases of sodium. If you take the what, the sodium in decreases, then what, excretion of the sodium is also decreases if you take sodium little. Next is the potassium minerals. So the potassium is twice as much amount of the sodium, so they are double the amount of the what, sodium, because sodium is 120 gram but potassium is double, so is what, 240, means what, 250 gram of potassium most of in a intracellular food, sodium and potassium. So sodium is in a what, extracellular fluid is more, and potassium is more in what, intracellular, inside a cell is a potassium. Okay, then the function, regulation of balance of intracellular and extracellular fluid, similar like a potassium, sodium and potassium pump help in maintain the balance or in and out of the cell, you know that. The regulation of alkalinity or the acidity of the body fluid, potassium and sodium what, alkaline, and combined with a chloride is acidic. When the potassium and sodium and potassium what make the alkaline, but when combined with a chloride, either potassium or sodium when combined with the chloride make the acidic, and together will help in maintaining the acidity and alkalinity of the body fluid. Then the role in a muscle activity, helping in a transport of massage, which is result in a contraction of muscle tissue. Okay, the role in a muscle activity, how they are helping a transmission of message, nothing but is related with what, nerve transport of message, requires sodium, because what, for the polarization depolarization what require the minerals is required. Okay, then that is nothing but electrolyte require, electrolyte nothing but what, charge particle, charge atom. Okay, then the food sources of these potassium, okay, meat, poultry and fish. Then the impulses, fruits, vegetables like green leafy vegetable, then coconut, banana, potatoes, carrots, lemons, whole grain cereals, most of the food contain the potassium. Then the absorption and excretion. So absorption is from small intestine and varies and various do the blood function, means what, absorption is, most of absorption is in a small intestine, and from the small intestine some are going to the liver, and in some are in a previous as we discussed, some are going to the liver, then all others are going to the what, blood, then blood distribute to the body cells. Similarly this is from small intestine goes into the blood, then distribute to the body, and then these potassium do their work, whatever their function is. Then excess, if the excess of potassium is in our body is excreted through urine and feces. Then chlorides. Okay, next minerals is the chloride. So chloride, approximately 100 gram of chloride in a most of extracellular fluid, that is plasma, and rest of is what, in an extracellular fluid. Okay, then the chloride inside a cell is what, CaCl, okay, is in a combined with a potassium, and outside the cell chloride is combined with the sodium. Okay, then the function of chloride is about the regulation of body fluid and acidity or alkalinity. Okay, food sources, regulation of body fluid and acidity and alkalinity is what, function of this chloride. Okay, then the food sources come the all plants, and all plants food contain the chloride, then the table salt contain chloride. Then the absorption and excretion, small intestine, the excess is excreted, and urine and sweat and excess faces. Okay, then the magnesium, the last mineral that is present in the body in a larger amount. Okay, so the adult human body contain approximately 20 to 25 grams of magnesium. Okay, 60 to 70% present in a bone combination with calcium and phosphate. Means along with the calcium and phosphate, magnesium is also present. Okay, then remaining 30 to 40% distributed in a various tissue and body fluid. Okay, means 60 to 70% is it's just like mix up with the calcium, it's combined with the calcium in a bones. Okay, remaining the 30 to 40% is what, is distributed tissue and body fluid, and mostly in intestinal fluid. Then the function of this magnesium is regulation of passage of substance into and out of the cell, they also help. Then the maintaining the activity of many enzyme, and also magnesium act as coenzyme. Then the body building, so building bones, not bodybuilding, is a building. So building of bones and teeth involve in a bone mineralization. Okay, because they are combined with the calcium and phosphate, so they are what, involved in the building of bones and teeth. Okay, then maintaining the function of the nerve system, passage of message from into the nerve to other. So it's also the maintaining the function of nervous system and passage of message from one nerve to other. This is the one nerve to other. Okay, maintaining the smooth muscle action and building protein, magnesium is helping. The sources of magnesium is a plant food, nuts, groundnut, cashew nut, walnut, almonds, oil seed, okay, sesame oil, then the pulses, whole grains. Okay, they contain what, magnesium. Then dark green leafy vegetable, peas, lotus stem, fish like a salmon, this is a fish. Okay, this is a fish. Okay, the fish like salmon, haddock, then the sea food, meat contain what, the magnesium. Then the calcium and then absorption and excretion. Small intestine is absorb magnesium absorbed from small intestine, and like a calcium, the body demand increases so as to meet, like calcium the body demand increases so as to meet the increased demand. Inhibitor the diet also interfere with a magnesium absorption. Okay, and excretion of the magnesium by the body regulated by the kidney. Calcium, okay, like calcium the body demand increases so as to meet the increase in demand. Okay, so like a calcium means what, during pregnancy, during childhood, this demand of also increases because they are helping in a bone, building a bone. Okay, inhibitor the inhibitor present in diet that also interfere with the magnesium absorption, just like in a calcium inhibitor is also that what, that's why the calcium is absorbed 20 to 30% and rest of is excreted because of this inhibitor. Then excretion of magnesium by the body regulate the kidney. Excretion of magnesium by the body is regulated by what, kidney. So kidney decide how much magnesium is want to release, is decided by the kidney by the what, anti-current. That mechanism is what, that ras mechanism is there. Okay, then the mineral required in smaller amount that we discuss in our next video. So I hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you.